Hello. Sorry I've been absent lately. I've been busier in the past week than I've probably been most of my life. It was a lot. I gotta get up at like 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow and drive a couple 100 miles. I do have 4 jobs. To make an observation and talk about a couple things, if you'll indulge me. If not, that's okay. I do live streams 3 times a week. There's always, like some teenager will pop in, and I don't care what people say. I mean, I've seen everything in the comments, including like some of the most crude and vile stuff imaginable. I really don't care. It doesn't faze me a bit. I've seen everything. Have you lived in Russia for a long time, like years? You're seeing, dead people in the alleyways, and you listen to your wife screaming every night because she's got phantom pains from a giant brain tumor, literally a giant brain tumor. Listen to that, not like every night, month after month, year after year, for a decade. Nothing gets to you, It really doesn't. So I don't care about stuff like that, but it is an observation I'd like to make here in a second. I kind of feel like I have too many, what do they say, too many pokers in the fire, and it's kind of hard to take a day off, but everybody's like that. I'm obviously not digging ditches and doing, sweating my guts out doing, manual labor. Obvious that's not the case. But what I'm seeing from a lot of people, and I just got an email, and I've been doing YouTube stuff now for what, 7, 10 years, something like that. 6,700 videos. I've had like 3 emails like this. I know I had one an hour and a half ago, and I had one a couple days ago, and there were like 2 or 3 more last week. And this is what they say, which I find shocking, and I'm a person that nothing shocks me. And I don't listen to it. I don't care. I mean, I do read the emails, and I read every comment. But this person said, I was watching your live stream and you're talking about, once in a while taking a break on your farm. I'm about to be evicted from my apartment, which is horrible. Yeah, I mean, nobody wants to be evicted. And, I'm just so pissed at you that, you're griping or complaining when you have a farm and a roof over your head. And I don't know, am I supposed to feel guilty about that? I mean, I'm trying to say this in a gentle way. And I emailed the guy back and I stated a couple facts, and I said, listen, you never met me, I don't know who you are, but you're a liar. And I said, I don't care if you hate me, but just, don't lie about me. I lead a simple life. I sold half of everything I owned last year to buy, a $21,000 farm, okay? I never had a real vacation. I'm obviously not starving. I do have a roof over my head, but me and my wife paid for this. This house is $62,000. After my wife died, she was a nurse in San Francisco, and I got like a death settlement benefit that she was subscribed to. I think it was Unum, U-N-U, I've heard of them before, Unum, U-N-I-M, whatever. I have like $40,000, and I bought a $33,000 house. So that took care of my wife dying of cancer for 10 years. Like, hell with this. I don't want to get, don't want to see this damn house anymore. But of course, I'm living in it now. And I moved to Florida because I've kind of lived all over Florida. And, I've had these emails because the economy is so bad and things are going so horrible in the world right now that, people are like calling me like Daddy Warbucks or something. I told this dude in an email, I said, listen, I don't have health insurance because I can't afford it. He said, well, you got 2 cars. I mean, I'm selling my second car. There's a guy named Steven. I'm not going to tell you his last name. Lives up in Michigan. He's going to buy, my second car. Why am I explaining this? And I'm going to talk about this in a second. This is not what this video is about, which I find it really, really strange that people send me comments like that. Maybe because they think I'm more approachable, as opposed to these shills and liars on YouTube, and there's tons of them. I said, what am I supposed to feel guilty about? I'm selling my second car. I got a stack of them over here with a weight on them. I spent 8 hours today. I didn't even leave the house. I spent 8 hours today making alligator wallets. And my hands are still greasy with some of the stuff I got it right over here that I rub it down with. It's a lot of work, and it makes your hands hurt. Even if I were tough and muscular, it still makes your hands hurt. It's like, I didn't even leave the house today. I mean, where do these people, get this idea that, I'm like smoking cigars and lighting them with $100 bills or something? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Maybe they just, I guess it's the grass is always greener on the other side syndrome. Nothing gets to me and nothing surprises me. I've been called every name in the book, and I don't really care about that, I don't hurt people. I pay my darn taxes, and, I'm not out to, shaft anybody. I lead a simple life. I mean, other than my wife, I've dated, and this is an embarrassment, no one would ever admit to this, I've dated like 4 people in my life. 2 of them were awful redheads. Very mean. Oddly enough, these abusive people have dated me. But it was only 4. I'm done with that, don't care. There's a lot of misery in the world. I'm not trying to spread it around. I'm trying to keep things simple and make videos about things that people want to talk about. Those videos of mine that are so incredibly popular, and they're insanely popular. And I never thought they would be, but people love talking to each other in them in the comments section. Are the videos called What's Going On? And they're not monetized. And they're just simple videos. Sometimes they piss people off, but mostly, they agree with me. Not ranting or raving in them, but things are, people are, and I made a video about this like several days ago, people are pulling a lot more scams in the world. One guy said he was a member of my channel, but somebody hacked his credit card info. I was like, well, it can't be me, the info you entered in for membership to talk to me and whatnot. I never see that info. It doesn't pass through me at all. That's all part of Google. And he wasn't accusing me or nothing, but all these people reporting, it's like, yeah, the scams have really, really escalated lately. But I find it strange that, and I am a photography channel. I mean, I'm top 5. I think I'm top 10. I mean, I think I'm within the top 5. As far as views, I know I'm top 5. As far as X number of millions of views on photography videos, I know I'm top 5. But wherever you place top 10 or 5, I'm in there somewhere. Of those, and of course I make videos on metaphysics and field theory and talk about things and very approachable. And I don't sell anything other than lately. I've been selling handmade leather goods, which I don't feel guilty for because I don't know of another YouTube photography channel, especially the photography, there ain't none of them, that are making stuff by hand, and bought, mega $1,000 leather sewing machines. I mean, they sell stuff, but it's like shirts and stuff that are like shipped out of who knows where. They never see it or touch it. It's like, buy my shirt. I always want to be different than people that I have no respect for. And those photography channels I basically have no respect for. It's affiliate links and shills and what they can sell you. Emails like that are weird. I mean, I'm sorry this guy is getting evicted. At least that's what he told me. But I wish people would not, and it's very, very few in number, trying to lay some sort of, blame on my shoulders for something like, you're living the high. No, I'm not. My getting away to the farm, once every week or 2 or something like that that's what I have. I work 4 jobs. I sold half my stuff, roughly half my stuff last year to buy the farm. How on earth am I supposed to, if someone reach out to me and, supposed to be made to feel guilty about that? I don't. I shop at Ross and TJ Maxx. I never owned a new car, and I buy discount clothing at Ross and TJ. I mean, I don't. Social media is strange. Stuff like that does not get to me, though. Like I said, I've seen it all. But what's going on, and this is not a what's going on video, is that, people are on edge. Things are getting more tense. And man, I see it. Things are getting tense out there. And it is. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. And someone's you're probably going to leave a comment. It's like, oh, don't care about those people. There's always, a floater in the punch bowl, a stinky in the punch bowl, and just ignore them. And I do, but I think it's lashing out that so many people are, have bad things going on in their life. You're only guaranteed two things in life, and that's death and taxes. And I give tons and tons of stuff away. And, I'm not going to be made to feel guilty by anybody. Because I lead a simple, straightforward life. Well, it's relatively simple. I mean, I'm not living in a grass hut, wearing a fig leaf. I guess that would be the ultimate simple life. However, it seems like that's where the world wants us to go, right? Build a grass hut and, eat maggots and wear a fig leaf. That's where the world wants us to go. If you leave a comment saying you wasted your time watching this video, we'll understand, but I did title the video, "Don't Watch This Video." But my one dream right now is that I've been saying countless videos that I dream before I kick the bucket to take a real vacation. But at this point in time, I actually don't care about that. No one's going in the world. I've had this recurring dream of the few hours that I sleep lately that I take a couple days off. It seems, since I haven't made videos for the past few days, that I've been taking a couple days off, but I've actually been insanely busy, more busy than I've ever been. And listen, I'm nobody. I don't pretend to be anybody. And it actually kind of gets to me, not like emotionally. It gets to me in a not sympathetic fashion. When say, "Oh no, you are somebody." It's like, well, I try to be helpful, but I don't pretend to be anybody. I know what I look like, and I know what I sound like. I'm not a stupid person. Even the people that hate me know that I'm not stupid. I say you're fat, bold, and tattooed, or whatever, and this is all true. And this strange bird. I don't think there's another person out there that does photography gear reviews, writes books on metaphysics, translates ancient Greek and Pali, and spends an enormous amount of mental energy on field theory. It's like, that's a really strange combo. I mean, it's not like strange, like, like creepy strange. I'm able to do that because I have a mind that's of a certain way, and it's not beneficial. I had a person recently telling me, he's like, "Oh, you're the smartest person I know," and I told him exactly. This is immediately how I responded to him. I said, "Yeah, a lot of good that does me. You think 10 miles a second and 10 things at once, which is pretty accurate. It makes life miserable. I lead I'm not tied down with kids and a wife. I mean, I did have a wife, but I spend all my mental energy just trying to stay afloat and pay the damn taxes and bills. I guess if I break my leg or something, even though I don't have medical insurance, I just show up at the hospital and it's like, fix my leg and just bill me. Because none of us are going to ever get out of the bills. It's just going to be taxes until you're dead, and non-stop property taxes, house insurance, car. It's just unending. So just don't worry about it. Yeah, I'd advise no one to send me a your daddy Warbucks guilt trip via email. That's unadvisable, but I think that's just people lashing out because of what's going on in the world and the things that are going on with them. But I do have to apologize for, I still read every comment for the past few days that I've been absent. I've literally been insanely busy. I got a stack of alligator wallets over here. That's all I've done. Well, I did it for like 9 hours today. Haven't left the house today, which here's something I'm going to admit to. People love knowing secrets about other people. I'll give you a secret I've never told anybody before. And I don't know if I should tell this, but here it is. Because I've been cooped up in the house all day today. Here's the secret. I've never mentioned this in live stream or anywhere else. Because my wife was paralyzed on one side of her body because of the brain tumor, and I took care of her for 10 years. Here's a secret of mine. Okay, you ready for it? Is that when I get held up in the house, even if it's rainy, get out and walk, get out and go somewhere, do something, just to go look at something, not like shopping and buying stuff. Although I do shop for deals, like, wow, that's great, I can sell it and make money off of it, or, I could use this to do that. The issue that I have is that when I get cooped up in the house, especially if it's like 2 days in a row, like maybe I'll get snowed in, it just drives me crazy. Not literally crazy, okay, but it irritates the hell out of me. Because I, for 10 years, was a prisoner in this house. Of course, she was a prisoner to her own, cancer and whatnot, and, hell and pain and horrible. Beyond belief horrible for her, but it was super horrible for me too. Because I was so cooped up, taking care of her. I'm a faithful person. And took care of her for 10 years. It creeps me out, I guess would be kind of an accurate statement, to be cooped up in the damn house. And I'm never late on anything, but I have to confess, I committed a tiny sin in that, not really a sin, in that I'm like 4.5 or 5 days late on 2 of these wallets to go out, and I never do stuff like that, and I sent apologies to the 2 people that I was late on getting those out, but I've just been insanely busy, just radically busy. So I apologize for that. But yeah, that's the issue that I have, is that I get cooped up in the house. It just reminds me of the literally a hair over a decade that I take care of my wife, where I just, I had to be there all the time for her. And so, anyway, that's a secret I've never mentioned in any video. I don't guess that's a big secret, but at least it's true. Yeah. But I do work hard, and I'm helpful, and social media is what it is. You know what it is, and so do I. I've kind of seen it all. I've really seen it all. There are cops that see, like heads lodged up in the trees and stuff after a car wreck. Those people have also really, really seen it all, but my point being is that social media what it is. I could deal with anything said, but there's a very minor number of people out there that need to get a grip on reality. So I work 7 days a week. I'm pleading with myself, not to you. I keep pleading with myself. It's like, take a day or 2 off, just, maybe 2 max, and rest, like turn the phone off, turn on the classical music, which is what I listen to. People say, what sort of music do you listen to? I listen to classical music, mostly harp music, yes. Perfect choice for a Neoplatonic Platonist, yeah. Listen to harp music, classical music. Turn the phone off, turn on the harp music, just get some rest. So I may regret the comments I get on this video. Like, I can't believe I spent 15 minutes watching you ramble about nothing. I told you not to watch this video. Anyway, most of you, by the way, I wasn't accusing anybody other than a very, very, very small number of people for being kind and generous in any way, shape, or form possible. So I appreciate that. And very much I do. And it was nice meeting the 13 or 14 people down in Florida. It was a free photo walk, and we had dinner together, and it was great hugging people. I asked their permission. One guy was just so shocked to see me. I thought he was like having a seizure. Wonderful guy. He had heart surgery. Mustache. He was a very, very cool guy. And so can I give you a hug? He's just like, yeah. It's like, take it easy. That was fun. I never get a chance to meet people. I don't. I do like meeting people. And that was rewarding. That was payment in of itself. And no one needed to pay me anything. I just loved meeting people. And it's nice to do that. I wished, the one thing I really regret is I went to Photo Plus and I met so many people. Everybody was hugging me like, oh my God, I can't believe I was like, I'm nobody. It's good to meet you. You know, we talk. I didn't even get to see the show. I was there for 3 days and I didn't even get to see it because I was meeting so many people, which was fine. And now it's like those are never going to be again. You know, the photo industry is destroyed pretty much. There's probably never going to be like another Photo Plus. And people are like, why don't you come to Photokina? It's like, are you kidding me? I mean, I'm part German. I'd love to go to Germany. I could never afford to go somewhere like that. My passport literally expired like 22 years ago. It's like, why don't you go to Photokina like the rest of the YouTube photography people? It's like, well, they can afford to do that because they pimp and shill and they make a lot of money off of you for clicking on their affiliate links, and I don't do any of that. And I struggle to pay the bills and struggle to stay afloat. There is not a chance in hell I can't afford a real vacation. There's not a chance. I wished I could. Why didn't you come to Photokina? You never come to Photokina. Or other photo, because like, I can't afford to travel like that. There's just no way in hell I could do it. Just cannot. I would love to. I love meeting folks, but anyway. I ramble on unnecessarily. I humbly apologize for the excessive length of this video. And I'm sorry I've been gone for the past couple days, but I wasn't like loafing or anything. I was just busy as hell. Thanks for watching.